Hey Jeff, welcome to Hyundai. This is Cody, and I pulled up the 2018 Sonata for you. Now this one's in Phantom Black. I like to start up front, so I will go ahead and pop the hood for you. So if you follow me up here, please, I'll show you a couple things under the hood first. This is the 2.4 liter four-cylinder. It's gasoline direct injection, and what that means for you is the GDI produces 12 to 15,000 psi of gasoline directly injection in the cylinder heads, which means less overspill and more fuel economy for you. Now this four-cylinder produces 185 horsepower. It's paired up with our 6-speed Shiftronic transmission, which Hyundai makes in-house. You've also got, if you look over here, your liquid breakaway motor mounts. And what that does for you, in the case of a front-end collision, it actually does lower the motor and transmission down underneath the car, so that way you don't have the transmission or motor laying in your lap, which wouldn't be too good. You also have the smart alternator down here. If you'll check this out, I'm sure you've dealt with your fair share of alternators before, haven't you? So what you do with what the smart alternator does for you is it actually, when the battery becomes fully charged, it becomes a free spinning pulley, that part that does that, so that way you're sending less power to the battery and overcharging it, and you're reducing drag on your alternator, which increases your fuel economy. Now, a couple other things under the hood here is you want to know about warranty, I'm sure. You have a 5-year, 60,000 mile basic warranty, which covers everything but everyday wear and tear. So brake pads, hoses, those types of things are just normal wear and tear, but everything else will be covered for you. You also do have a 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain, so any lubricated part of the motor or transmission is covered underneath that. That is America's best warranty, by the way. That's paired up with our 5-year unlimited mile roadside assistance, which is also the best warranty you can purchase. What that does for you is if you break down the side of the road, all of a sudden they come take care of you. If you run out of gas, they bring you 3 gallons of gas. There's even a trip interruption protection on there, Jeff, that if you were to be 150 miles or further away from the house the car is registered to and break down for an extended period of time, the Hyundai will pay for your food and lodging as long as it's in your service. So why don't you check this out and come up front. This is Hyundai's new sculptural design that was created from our California design company, and this is called our molten steel or our cascading grill. So what that's supposed to resemble a molten steel being poured out of a factory ladle. The reason we did that is because Hyundai actually owns their own steel mills and produces their own steel. Now this vehicle has 51% high grade steel inside of the thread. That way it produces more strength and durability for your vehicle, as well as keeping you safe, which is nice. Now check this out too. If you hop down here, you'll notice it comes standard with your fog lights up front. But if you look here, this little slot, now it's something little and different, but that's what sets Hyundai apart. Is if you'll see here, you can put your hand in there, but if you come around here to where the wheel here, you want to follow me around here, notice how there's a little slat right there? What that does is that helps reduce the wind resistance on the front. It actually creates an air pillow around the wheel and tire and connects with the body line and continues down, which reduces your drag coefficient. That's one of 2 reasons why Hyundai is the most fuel efficient car in America. That being one, and the thermal efficiency of the motor being the second. So, we're done with the hood, so let's move on around. Let's check out the driver's seat real quick. Now if you notice this, you have a nice fluid way of getting in here. Now you've also got you can rise and lower the driver's seat. You also have the recliner here, which pulls up back and forth. And Sonatas are standard with the S Essentials premium cloth, which is stain resistant for you. You notice here, Hyundai has a reflector on the inside of the door, which is something little, but again, those types of things set you apart because this increases your safety. You also do have wraparound headlights and taillights on this, which is nice. Again, helps with higher visibility from the sides. We've also got the breakaway mirrors, so if someone were to, say at a convenience store, come by and hit the side of your mirror, it's not going to break it off, so that's going to save you about $300 or $400 there, which is nice. Now, if you come around the back, you'll notice our newly Genesis-inspired taillights, and then the whole back end's been redesigned. So what you're going to have here is the Sonata emblems that pulled up. You have a full, broad Sonata, so you know what kind of car it is. No one's gonna guess whenever you're seeing that. Now, if you notice, they moved the license plate down underneath here, so as to create a better flow on the front. You also have the trunk release button, which is embedded into the Hyundai symbol here, so it raises it up for you. Now you've got 16.3 cubic feet of space in the trunk here, and if you look underneath here, surprise, surprise, you have a full-size spare tire. Not every new car brand comes with a full-size spare tire, which is crazy to think, but if you're stuck on the side of the road, it's nice to have. You also have your pull tabs back here, which do help. So say you had a customer in the car, or even if you had kids in the back, they're not going to be able to tinker with it and get in the back seat. So this helps you with safety there. But you can pull these, of course, and then whenever you do go around front, you are able to pull the seats down. They're a 60-40 split. So you'll be able to hop in here, right, this is your 40 side. You can lay this down, and it does lay almost flat, so you will be able to put larger items in there, longer items, you know, put a bunch of plywood back there if you want to. That's pretty neat. Being in the back seat, this has the most hip space of any vehicle in its class. You have 56.1 inches of hip space, so you can fit 3 adults back here comfortably, which is nice. So I know you said you were thinking about driving Uber, is that right? So that's going to help you out there, along with all your clients as well. Now, if you look as well, you've almost got 3 feet, almost 3 feet of leg space in the back for the passengers. So hop around here. Check it out on the passenger side. Got a lot more comfort, convenience, and you do have, of course, you do have more space up front for knees and for hips, which is good. It's got 55 inches of hip space up front total. Have a seat there, Jeff, and I'll come around there on the other side. And we'll pull out the switchblade style key. Turn the ignition on. You mind if I see your phone? Now, all new Sonatas are going to come standard with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So, Apple CarPlay, simple and easy. Plug it into the USB, tether it to here. Pulls up your Apple CarPlay there. Tap that. Push the button there. Unlock your iPhone. Boom, boom, boom. How do I know your code? I don't know. You pull that up there. It goes ahead and takes the interface from your cell phone, from your iPhone, and pulls it up on the screen, which is way simple. Super easy to use. You can put your phone away. Don't have to worry about anything. You're able to speak and text. You're able to do your own Apple Maps. So if you want to go home, which you've already got that set in there, it pulled it right up for you. So we can go to your house right now if we wanted to without having to do anything. Just tap it. It's already set. Make sure the destination's in there and roll. So that's nice. Instead of having to spend a lot of extra money on a vehicle that has navigation, you can save yourself quite a bit by having this, because most people use their phones anyway. Now, on the steering wheel, you've got your voice command button, which will control your Siri whenever you do have your phone tethered up. You also have voice commands from the home screen, or for the Hyundai screen, I apologize, if we can get back to it. We'll just unplug it there. You can control the radio station, as well as your voice commands for making phone calls when it's Bluetooth. Now, when you do have that, you'll be able to call your contacts. It'll download your contacts there. Now, you've also got, if you'll notice on the dash over here, your blind spot detection button. If you look there, see how it lights up solid orange? Now, when somebody's in your blind spot, as long as you're going 20 miles an hour or faster, it will light up solid on the respective side. So you'll notice that there's somebody there, or you won't notice someone's there, and it'll tell you. Now, if you have your turn signal on like so, like you're going to merge into the next lane, it will flash on that side and give you an audible warning inside the vehicle, letting you know there's someone in your blind spot. Now, that's paired up with our rear cross traffic alert. So if you look here at the backup camera, which you have a large 7-inch display with your projected path on there, which is really, really nice, because you can whip in and out of spots without turning around if you don't want to. I don't recommend it, but you could. So when you have the rear cross traffic alert here, say you're at a convenience store, which is probably the best example you can use on those, because you have people driving back and forth behind you. You go to back up and someone goes behind you there, whether they're in a vehicle or if they're large enough for a person, if they're walking behind you. It'll give you the audible warning that the blind spot detection gives you inside the car and tell you which side of the vehicle they're coming from. Put it back in park there. Of course, you have your answer and decline or hang up phone call when you're done here. You have your mute button, which I think is the best button in the car. Keeps everything quiet there for a second. But you do have your volume control. You've also got your mode, which will switch between AM and FM radio, as well as your phone if you do have it paired up for any MP3s on there. And this toggle switch here is for all your preset channels. You can scroll between those. Now you've got your cruise control over here, set your cruise. You get all your driver information display here, which has been simplified more for the 18 Sonata. You have your range at the top at all times. You can cycle through your average and instant miles per gallon. You've got your trip A and trip B for your driving accumulation, and you have a digital speedometer. Now on this one, I know you said you were going to drive Uber, right? It's a good thing, because Hyundai actually does offer an Uber discount for Uber drivers, so that might be something you'd be interested in. So this does have 7 standard airbags, like I said before. You've got the drivers, the passengers, the side curtain airbags, the side impact airbags, which are built into the seats here, and then you have your new driver's knee airbag, which was implemented back in 2015. So it's continued to go, and is in almost every one of our models now. What that does for you is, if you were to get in front of a collision, it does drop that down to where you don't have your knees hitting the dash, which is nice. So that's just about it, Jeff. You ready for a ride? All right, let's roll.